I am Oliver Green, and I am half of a group of change, and I'm bringing you, that's right, you, another edition of the 100-Day Video Challenge, day 79. 9. And yesterday we started talking about new beginnings, and new beginnings can be very, very challenging because it's a process. First, you have to realize that where you currently are is not working for you. And that in itself can be very, very difficult because if you've been there for any number of years, you're comfortable. And who wants to uproot their comfortability? Not too many people. But in the process of being comfortable, we become complacent. And our minds are on autopilot, and we're not fulfilling our purpose. Not our full purpose. So there comes a point in time where you have to decide that you want a new beginning. You want to start over. You want something fresh, something new. And that's where the scary part comes in. The scary part is doing something that is unfamiliar to you. Other people may have done it, but it's unfamiliar and scary to you. And that's what we did. We told you yesterday, we packed up the U-Haul trailer and hit 95. In the process, as you see, the title is Dusty. In the process, you have obstacles in that new beginning process. For me, one of the obstacles was being forced to leave my comfort zone and try something new. Several states, 17 and a half, 18 hours away. I think when I told those close to me that I was going, they told me that I was crazy. They didn't say it wouldn't work, but I won't say that everybody was supportive in the decision. Like Marquita said yesterday, what fools decide they're going to pack up and leave with 3 kids under the age of 5, 1 almost 5, and newborn twins. We weren't married, we were just kicking it. No point in trying to make it sound better than it was. Didn't get married till we got here in Florida. So again, that process, it allows you have to come to grips with some things in yourself. You're going to have to face some fears. It's going to be dusty. It's because you're going to have to begin to clear a path for your new beginning. I referenced a building developer. This building developer, they're usually riding around and they see this piece of property, this land. And in their mind, it's boom, the vision is there. I'm going to build a housing development or a development. But in that process, the one thing they have to do, they have to have a plan in place and go through, the necessary stuff. But then they have to take action in that process. And that building developer, once they purchase the land, they have the plan for the house, they find the builder, everything. Now it becomes, they do the clearing process. And if it's a wooded area, you got to get rid of the trees and it's dust. And if you've ever driven by a development that is in the process of being built, on the right day, it's a dusty mess. It's just a dust bowl. But in that dust bowl, the developer never stops moving forward because he has a blueprint. Well, we had a green print, but we didn't necessarily have it written down. It evolved. But in that process, in that clearing out process, I got rid of a lot of dead weight. There were a lot of people who I was close to, who I'm not close to now. Not to say they were not friends, but they wasn't riding. And that's okay for them. And it's okay for me because in my clearing process, they weren't meant to go where the greens were going. So this builder continues that process, and it's several days and weeks and months until they get things situated where the dust settles. You're not sure in that process of what is, you have self-doubt because you're not sure if you made the right decision. You're spending a whole lot of money. You're doing this. You're no longer near the people that you love. And there were several days where for a good 6 months that I was here, that I was ready to call it quits and head back up north. But that wasn't part of my process. My process was to continue to clear a path for my family. It wasn't easy. We struggled. We went from a we were booed up 2-income household to a 1-income household. And I want to say we might have been making $32,000. I don't know what the cost of living was in Florida back in 2006, but $32,000. Wife in school, or girlfriend in law school, a 5-year-old, and at this time the twins were 9 months old. So you had daycare expenses, school expenses. I mean, nothing changed. You still had the same things. And it would have been easy to quit, but in that clearing process, because we saw it and we realized that this is what we said we wanted, and we needed to make it work. So I say all that to say, if you get nothing else out of listening to this video, I need for you to realize that it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be days that you want to quit. It's going to be dusty. People aren't going to be there for you. Continue to push forward. Continue to find your circle. Continue to do the things that you know that you can do. And trust the process. If you don't trust the process, you're liable to miss out on something that is waiting for you when the dust settles. If you don't trust the process and you quit, you are liable to miss out on the very thing that is waiting for you when the dust settles. I am Oliver Green, and I am half of your group for change, and I'm bringing you, that's right, you, another edition of the 100-Day Video Challenge, Day 78.